So recently, the celebrity endorsements for Kamala Harris have just been rolling in like an avalanche. And this one that we're going to start with is especially interesting, perhaps worrying, because Usher came out in support of Kamala Harris. And if you don't recall, somewhat recently on the show, we discussed his refusal to endorse a political candidate in this election cycle. They tried to bait him into endorsing Kamala Harris when he recently appeared on The View. And he said that he didn't want any part of that and he was not planning to endorse anyone. So now we're wondering what changed his tune. And some people are speculating it has something to do with the impending release of the Diddy tapes.
This has become like a weird type of cope for everything everyone does now. Like, here's the thing. When a celebrity endorses Kamala Harris, they're probably just endorsing Kamala. They're artists. But
okay, here's the thing.
He's different.
The timing is really strange. It is really weird.
My point
is
that
you should raise an eyebrow
his
here.
makes sense because it was so recent that he made claims to the contrary.
Yes.
But everybody else is like, why would Eminem endorse Kamala Harris? I'm like, bro, he made a Trump diss track that was the cringiest thing I've ever seen. Mm-hmm. Like, this makes perfect sense. It doesn't have to have anything to do with the Diddy tapes. If anything, he made jokes about Diddy in a recent song.
Mm-hmm. But when we reacted to that clip of Usher's appearance on The View, I think what we said is good on him for deciding to not stick his neck out for a politician and focusing on what he does, which is the creative business. But he suddenly changed his mind. Who knows why, if there was some kind of payment issued to him for this. But let's take a look now.
I love you more, but I love Kamala Harris even more.
Usher's a menace. Doug, look out.
I want her to be our next president of the United States.
Doug Emhoff is seething right now.
And we can do it, but we're gonna do it together. One more time. We ready. Come on, Georgia. What? One more time. We. Hey.
Does anyone legitimately think this is cool?
Thank you so much. Vote early.
Bro's got it bad.
Let's do this.
That was good.
He's got it bad for Kamala Harris. And Doug's in the cuck chair.
You make me want to not vote, Usher. That was also a song reference.
Yeah.
So that was awful.
Yeah.
There's got to be something unbelievably soul-sucking about doing that for any politician at all.
How do you not just feel gross afterwards, you know? Like you need to take an everything shower after you just said that.
Bro woke up and just put on a freaking bathrobe. And
yeah, like what is this outfit too? So weird.
Like, it is true. There's memes that go around that say, why do all the Democrats look like Batman villains?
Yeah.
Bro does kind of look like a Batman villain.
Yeah.
You know?
It's giving Batman villain. We have another 20 from Nate. That was awesome, Mary. Got it bad. He does. He's got it bad for Kamala. And then another celebrity endorsement came out. Lizzo appeared at a rally for Kamala in Detroit. She said, if Kamala Harris wins, the whole country will be like Detroit. I don't think that means what you think it means, Lizzo.
What? Like,
let's take a look at the clip.
It's 4 minutes long. Are we watching the whole thing?
Just we'll watch the beginning of this.
So happy to be back in Detroit. You know, all the best things were made in Detroit. Coney Dogs, Fago, and Lizzo.
Oh, I did see that ICP, Insane Clown Posse, has endorsed Kamala Harris.
Oh, interesting.
I'm so proud to be from this city. You know, they say if Kamala wins, then the whole country will be like Detroit.
Okay, we'll stop it there. She's looking thinner. I'll give her that.
Sure, we'll give her that.
She's
White's
looking,
a flattering color on her. No, keep it going. Keep it going.
Proud like Detroit. Resilient like Detroit. We're talking about the same Detroit that innovated the auto industry and the music industry. So put some respect
We definitely want the whole country to be proud and resilient like Detroit. Right, guys? Billie Eilish also came out in support of Kamala Harris. We talked about her video with her brother Phineas, where they were telling everyone to go out and vote for Kamala. And she hung out with Doug Emhoff and his daughter, Ella Emhoff.
Before we get there, I just want to point out there was also this video of Lizzo that's just, if you ever want to feel, realize how disconnected they are from the average person, it's them as they get on the private jet.
But look, at least this time, Lizzo isn't boarding her private jet with her ass out.
That is true.
Count your blessings.
She's got that going for her. Okay, so we've got Doug Emhoff.
Yeah, here's Billie Eilish hanging out with the Emhoff
Every
family.
hunter should be saying, "My culture is not your costume."
You can see in this video, she's wearing the camo hat, the infamous Harris Walls camo hat.
Hey everyone, second gentleman here. We've got to all get out there and make sure you're registered and make sure you're voting early for my wife and Kamala Harris for President of the United States.
You can go to iwillvote.com to check your polling place.
And make sure to vote early, like I will.
Get your vote in early and vote for
Kamala!
Did anyone managing this social media team think, maybe we should reshoot that? The vibes were atrocious.
Actually, I kind of like it. It's
Do you?
They make it more awkward, just like that chicken shop date video, where it's nobody can say their lines. You know what we need? We need the video like there is of the Costco guys, where the dad is directing the lines.
Yeah, they need the Costco dad to come in and help them with their delivery.
They need
awful.
They need AJ and Big Justice big time if they want to make this work. They don't have the social media presence. They don't have the riz.
They don't have the star power. We have another 20 from Pat the Plumber. Gotta push back. I don't think there was anything soul-sucking for Hulk Hogan when he endorsed Trump.
Look,
how do you feel about that?
That's a personal preference to everyone because you like the candidate. But to me, it's just all of it.
Do you kind of feel like they should just stay in their lane regardless?
Look, they're allowed to do whatever they want, right? They're allowed to to support whoever they want. But
your preference would be for them to shut up overall.
Yes.
Yeah. And I think that's a totally fine preference. I understand.
I'm not saying that they can't do this. I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with doing it. I'm saying that I would never do it because politicians suck.
Yeah.
And politics is awful.
And I normally wouldn't even mention one like this, but the caption on Julia Louis-Dreyfus's endorsement video was so bad.
Okay, actually,
I had to bring it up.
I'll push back a little bit because look, what you're looking at here is a bunch of establishment people who still believe they're the resistance supporting somebody who is an establishment candidate, whereas at least for the people that are, endorsing Donald Trump, Zachary Levi certainly spoke recently about the consequences of making that choice. There is an element of risk there that at least makes it less cringy for me.
Yeah.
Okay? All of these people, when they do it, when I look at Usher doing this, all I see is a dude who was probably offered a bunch of money to go out and do that. Whereas I don't know if I buy that from the other side. Maybe I'm wrong.
It seems more organic if a celebrity is coming out to support Trump, obviously, because they have less to benefit from it.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So
Julia Louis-Dreyfus said, I don't know about you, but I'd really like to get the government out of my effing snatch.
Okay, let's cut to the chase. Donald Trump and his merry band of yes men are obsessed with what we women do with our bodies. They want to reach into our doctor's offices and our bedrooms to control our access to birth control and IVF and, of course, abortion, even though they wouldn't know a uterus if they had to crawl out of one for a second time. Do you care about reproductive freedom? Kamala Harris will fight to win back our reproductive rights and sign into law the protections of Roe v. Wade. Do
they know that that's not how that works?
No.
iwillvote.com. Check your registration, make a plan, and vote for Kamala Harris on November 5th. Because I don't know about you, but I'd really like to get the government out of my snatch.
That's just so disgusting and vulgar.
Well, it's right in line with modern day Hollywood feminism.
I mean, yeah, it's just you know, you can obviously also tell that she's reading from a script. She wasn't looking at the camera for even a part of that video.
Yeah.
If you're listening rather than watching, you can tell when you watch it, she is reading off of a script or a teleprompter, the same way that Hayley Williams of Paramore did. And you're an actress. Shouldn't you be able to deliver this in a more convincing way?
Yeah, give them more than one take.
But it's like you say, it's really gross when, and I am totally a hypocrite when I say this, it is really gross when women use language like that.
Yeah.
But especially if it's like they're talking about their own genitals, like just stop, like be a lady.
I can't actually put into words like where that threshold is, but when I start noticing an excess of swearing, it just feels very millennial try hard.
My only defense for myself in this regard is that when I curse, I'm doing so because I genuinely feel it, not because I wrote it into a script for a presidential endorsement. Another celebrity that came out in support of Kamala was Dave Bautista, and everyone is saying Dave Bautista got soyed. He's a total soy boy now. He's lost all of his muscles.
I will say, bro, nobody's saying that to his face.
When Hollywood has used you up and is done with your toxic masculinity and then instructs you to do their bidding in a feminine, friendly form.
He is pearl clutching.
Thank you. Yeah, he's literally wearing pearl necklaces now. And now this might be the worst of all. Remember when Eminem tried to sue Vivek for rapping Lose Yourself on the campaign trail?
I can't watch this whole video.
He issued a cease and desist letter to Vivek for rapping Lose Yourself, which personally I thought was cringe, but you can have your own opinion on that. Well, now Obama has performed Lose Yourself at another Kamala rally in Detroit. Let's take a look.
There's a 20 there before we do that.
Super Guy CRT said, congrats, Mary, on the promotion.
Did you get a promotion?
I'm not sure what you're referring to. We're just doing what we've always done.
All right.
Hello, Detroit. You fired up? Are you ready to go?
People jumping in the background.
Hey, I've got to say.
Hey, yo.
Let me just say. Let me just say. I gotta say, you know, I have done a lot of rallies.
He is still 1,000 times more charismatic than anyone they have in their party currently.
We'll give him that, yeah.
So I don't usually get nervous. But I was feeling some kind of way following Eminem. I mean, I notice my palms are sweaty.
Oh, God.
Knees weak. Arms are heavy. Vomit on my sweater already. Mom's spaghetti. I'm nervous, but on the surface I look calm and ready to drop
Can I
bombs,
stop?
but I keep on forgetting.
You suck.
Okay, we're done. No more of that.
We're done.
Yes.
We're done.
I can't. Again, it's all of this in service. This is my problem. All of these celebrities, all of these politicians, all of this money circulating through industries, not just the political sphere, but industries like Hollywood, which makes its way through taxpayer dollars to be used to bomb other countries, drain American resources, send jobs overseas, and generally suck the life force out of the American people. Any amount of theatrics in service of that will always be cringe.
Well, given all of these humiliating theatrics we just witnessed, I have a big question, and I don't know if either one of us has the answer. Do you think that Hollywood is beholden to politics or politics beholden to Hollywood?
I think that...
Where's the pressure coming from?
I think that there's no start and end point to that. I think it's all intertwined. At this point, Barack Obama has his own production company. Mm-hmm. He produces movies for Netflix. Hillary Clinton has her own production company, makes movies that end up on Hulu. There is almost no distinguishable difference between those two now. And since they, made adjustments to the Smith-Mundt Modernization Act, and they can now propagate propaganda to the American people through the CIA, which we know is heavily involved in Hollywood. All starts and ends at the same place. It's all one big, disgusting, evil propaganda machine. They should all be ashamed of themselves, and it's disgusting. And that's why it's cringe.
Yeah. My best guess is that while a lot of these celebrities are doing it for a paycheck or they're doing it for PR reasons, a lot of them are just true believers in what they're saying because they're deranged. And it is a symbiotic relationship that we see here, and it's disgusting.
Yep. Thanks for watching. Listen to full episodes of Pop Culture Crisis on Spotify.
Keep up with us on social media, and make sure you subscribe and ring that bell so you never miss the show. Bye, guys.